pressure. And if they get into a thing where they get led down the primrose path of like, oh, we heard they're Seventh-day Adventist and nobody knows about that, and that is associated with the devil.
And everyone wants this solved immediately and the quickest it can be done, and we need to prove that we're taking care of our community. Like, let's just,
you're just making the call that at that point you can make. You're doing the thing you can do.
Yeah, like when police coerce a confession, they're not trying to just solve the case and get a confession. They think that the person who's confessing actually did it, and they're getting a confession out of them because they're doing their hardest. They don't see it the same. I mean, whatever.
Yeah, it's just... Yeah, we get it. Yeah. And way to go, Beck.
And it also makes me feel good that we've created this community where saying something like this is a safe space. And I think it's
supported and celebrated.
Yeah, and I think it's really, being wrong is okay here. And so I appreciate her being part of that. It means a lot to me.
I'm so into being wrong, I do it all the time.
I do it just so I can admit it later.
Okay, so the subject line of this one is found in the wall. These never get old for me.
Amazing. Go.
Hi, Karen, Georgia, Stephen, felines and canines.
Great.
Oh, that's the first one of that? Mm-hmm. Never really thought about the fact that it kind of rhymes. First of all, I love the podcast. Second of all, I once found some fucked up shit in the wall of an old house. Here we go. Several years ago, my dad was buying old Victorian houses and fixing them up and flipping them.
Yes.
Cool, Dad.
So cool.
Before the whole housing bubble burst.
Oh.
Yes, I do know about that.
Got it.
Oh, I was underwater in my own home. One house he bought needed a bad gut job. The dining room was covered in this wonderful 1970s wood paneling, and every bedroom had a different, incredibly ostentatious wallpaper.
Oh, my dream.
Please show me 17 pictures of that. I love wallpaper.
Ridiculous, ornamental, just very detailed, ridiculous wallpaper. Can be elaborate, like someone at some point thought this was fancy, sort of. Okay.
I love it. Do you remember the store Wallpapers to Go?
Oh my God,
In the 80s, 70s, 80s? And you could go down there and they just had it was like a store filled with wallpapers on the wall.
It was to go. You'd order it to go. No, but I do. And wallpaper's making a comeback. The secret is you get a really tacky, crazy wallpaper, but you only wallpaper one wall with it, and you paint the rest of the walls like a light, complementary color.
Yeah.
Everyone.
And it becomes your fascinator wall.
Follow my design blog. It's called Wallpapers to Go.
By Georgia.
The
room I was living in was covered in gigantic blue and lime green flowers.
100% on board.
Hard to sleep. While pulling down the wood panel.
It's aggressive.
Yeah, it's like zzz.
Yeah.
It's like when my sister and I got to pick our paint wall color.
Yeah.
When we were in the house where I heard the dog outside my bedroom window.
Uh-huh.
I wanted it to be kind of a nice a light moss green. Mm-hmm. It was fucking neon lime green.
Oh, shit.
To the point where I feel like, they do those studies where if you paint the walls a certain color, it has psychological effects.
Yeah.
I am 1000% sure that it made my experience as a 12 to 14-year-old much more meaningful than it needed to be.
Zap that brain of yours.
Ooh. Back to whatever this show is.
Okay, he's pulling down the fucking...
While pulling down the wood paneling in the dining room, we discovered a hole in the wall. My dad comments that it was so lazy of the previous owners to just put paneling over a hole in the drywall instead of repairing it. But I looked inside the hole and found a very old manila envelope. It wasn't $1 million inside, but it was 2 very old 8mm film reels, unmarked. Naturally, I assumed it was a snuff film.
Sure.
Wouldn't we all? So I called a friend that worked at a video production company and asked him what to do with these film reels. Bring them down immediately. I have to know what's on them, he tells me.
Love you.
Love you. So the next day, I drove to his studio and cleaned the film with cotton and baby oil, trying to restore them. I think it was supposed to be he cleaned, whatever. My friend told me we'd only get one viewing out of them because the film was so deteriorated.
Oh my God.
So I called a few more buddies and we had a screening party. What was on the film?
They're all dead now. What?
You want to do a guess? What was on the film?
A snuff film.
Oh, you think it was a snuff film?
Yeah.
Steven? What do you think was on this film?
Mustache porn?
Just childhood memories.
No, it was homemade porn.
It's their. I'm sorry. It was. Steven is their audio engineer. That he's not really part of the thing, but they call him in all the time. Okay, sorry. I'm going to rewind it 15 seconds because I didn't hear what they said.
They're all dead now. What?
You want to do a guess? What was on the film?
A snuff film.
Oh, you think it was a snuff film?
Yeah.
Steven? What do you think was on this film?
Mustache porn?
Just childhood memories.
No, it was homemade porn. From the 1960s.
Holy shit.
Judging by the woman's plastic and unmovable gigantic hair and the man's
That's not what I thought you were doing.
and the man's impressive mustache. And the room they were in had gigantic floral wallpaper, my bedroom.
Amazing.
So good. Freaked out, I returned home and talked to the elderly woman who lived across the street. She'd been in her house for about 40 years at that point, and I asked her if she remembers the people I described from the film. And
you know they had a giant bush? She's like, oh, yeah, I know them.
her, yeah.
Oh, sure. She had a giant bush.
God, that thing was big. She said that in the late 60s, there was a pastor from the local church who lived there.
Oh, really?
But he wasn't married. So who was the mystery woman? I still have the film reels, but they're so badly damaged, they can't really be viewed anymore. Anyway, SSTGM, and always watch mystery films found in walls. Annie. Fuck Annie.
Amazing.
That was everything we need it to be. I think I would prefer, I mean, obviously finding money's great, bloody blah. I think finding 2 film reels would make me go insane.
The thing of we'll only be able to watch this once is almost it's like from a movie where you're like, come on, it's not a thing.
So everybody get down here, call everybody.
And then it's exactly what you'd want it to be, which is fucking homemade vintage porn.
Homemade porn. And if only that pastor knew that in 40 years, homemade porn would be a celebrated piece of the internet that everybody
vintage
participated
porn,
on.
Everyone loves it. It's like not even real porn.
Love it.
Hey, Karen.
Yes?
Okay, now there's an
America's
advertisement.
#1 meal kit. Get easy, seasonal recipes and pre-measured ingredients delivered right. Fits your lifestyle.
You think I should do the calorie
Boxing videos for the fan cult, where we basically open
/murder9 and enter the code murder9.
That's hellofresh.com/murder9 and enter code murder9. Goodbye. All right, I'm going to skip to this one because, so we're doing unboxing videos for the fan cult where we basically open presents that are sent to us from our fucking incredible, awesome, talented,
sometimes insane
listeners like you, listener. And so this is from the one that's getting put up this week that blew our fucking mind. It's going up.
It already went up Friday.
Went up. Okay, so it went up Friday. Today's Monday. And so this is the letter that accompanied it. Hello, all. I am so thrilled to gift you my dad's original Dare kit from 1994. And this harkens back to when I fucking told Karen about going to an estate sale, and on their website, one of the photos from the estate sale was the Dare or like the drug kit that the cops would bring to the elementary school to show you all the dangers and crazy, scary drugs you could do in like this briefcase. This fucking chick sent hers to us.
We have touched it.
Oh,
we have looked at it.
Lives in my apartment.
Yep.
He was a DARE officer for 18 years and a cop for 26 years. Shout out to Officer Pete. It was collecting dust in his garage since he has now retired at the ripe age of 52. Goals, am I right? So basically her dad let her send this to us as a gift.
Thank you.
Fucking Steven walked in and had like packages from the PO box and looked at us and like usually like, hi, how are you, hugs, whatever. He was like, Georgia, you're gonna lose your fucking mind. Like he didn't even say hi.
Steven said the F word?
Oh, I swear. No. Yeah, I mean, when I came, I was like, I can't. It's like burning a hole in my pocket.
Yeah.
I just wanted
Yeah.
to see it too, you know.
And we were like, let's record. Like that was our first no makeup recording because I was like, just need to open this.
We gotta do
immediately.
this.
Yeah. So first, I wanted to thank you for creating this Murderino community and for saving me from hours of boredom at my desk job. Secondly, here's a short hometown for you. My above-mentioned dad was the dare officer for a girl named Christina Long in Danbury, Connecticut. In 2002, she was in middle school, and he said she seemed like a really happy kid. Unfortunately, she didn't have the greatest home life, and that was around the time MySpace was getting popular.
Oh, no.
She used to meet up with a man later identified as Saul Dos Rios. The police said that they had a few sexual encounters before the night where he killed her. He had been missing, and they only found the body after he confessed. But this case made national news because it was the first time that the internet had been used to meet someone that resulted in their death.
Wow.
Oh my God. Lastly, my dad was also the one who started my true crime obsession. I can clearly remember being in line at the grocery store at about 11 or 12 and seeing a "Who Killed John Bonet?" People magazine cover. I turned to my dad and said, "Do you know who killed her?" And he looked at me and said, "Yeah, everyone knows the brother did it."
Whoa.
It was just like Karen's John Wayne Gacy bodies in the book experience. It had never even occurred to me that people kill within their own families. I needed to know everything. Oh, and also he told me that they actually still study the ransom note to show cops what deception looks like.
Wow.
Things like the spacing, the amount of money that was asked for, and the fact that it sounded like it was being dictated, which I've never thought about that, means it was fake as fuck. My dad said he would be happy to call in to go over the dare kit and talk about police stuff with you guys, which I never, I just read this right now. I'm kind of scared for you guys to do that because
Well, if I don't touch the controller, I think it just turns off. Do you hear me? Okay. Okay, I'm gonna finish playing this.
And then it says, "Stop here. Don't read my contact info aloud, but please feel free to reach out." And then she put her Thea. I mean, this is something I will carry with me for the rest of my life. This is a straight this drug kit is a straight fucking in a fire, grab your shit. Not just because it's something I've always wanted, but because you asked your dad,
You're
who's this
doing
fucking
so well.
probably celebrated cop, to give it to a stranger, and
Well,
he said yes, and you
shut-
did it, and I promise you it's in good hands. Karen and I and Steven will fucking take care of it
It's
for the rest
never
of our
been in
lives.
better hands.
I'm pretty sure one of the fucking pills that they show is a Pez, and another's a vitamin, and that just brings me so much joy.
And one of them, for all the oldies out there like me, one of them looks exactly like a contact cold medicine pill, where it's like red, it's like one of those things, and it has tiny beads inside, multicolored beads,
And
where I was
it's
just like,
this, the action, it just explodes.
yeah. And I was just like, that's a cold pill.
Yeah.
But yeah, tell us it's uppers, downers, or bennies, or black
And
or whatever.
we'll want to do them all.
Yes.
Thank you, Tia.
Yeah, that was great.
I saw you win. I know, I watched. I saw. Are you serious? And you won while I was watching. I literally just saw you win.